Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Luke Reacts 20. And in today's video is another Who the Hell Is? And in today's video, we have got Jordan from Jordan Davis Eurovision.
Hello, hello. So happy to be here.
Oh, thank you. No, I'm glad you're here, but how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a Sunday, so I'm chilling. I'm vibing. Was excited to do this, so I'm ready to chat.
Yes, let's do it. So, obviously, you've got an American accent.
That's right.
Oh,
Is it that obvious?
yeah, a little bit. But what part of America are you from?
So originally I'm from Topeka, T-Town, top city, capital of the state of Kansas, if you didn't know. And now I live in Kansas City, which is actually in Missouri, not Kansas. So it's a little confusing, but KCMO.
Okay, so how's that? Like, is it a good city?
It is, it's pretty sizable. There's a lot to do. It's about 2 million people. I went to college here actually, and then I left, and then I was like, I want to go back. So that's why I'm here. So here for now, at least. We'll see, where in the world life takes me next.
Hmm. If you could move to anywhere, where would it be?
Hmm. It's hard because I'm like, I would need a job to pay for like living, and it ain't cheap living in the US these days. So, but in my line of work, I would love to move somewhere more towards the East Coast,
Okay.
the Northeast, New York State, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, something up there. Even Ohio would do,
Yeah,
something up in that region.
that'd be nice. Yeah, I love New York, so move to New York.
Have, have you been?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, well, look at your background. I mean, look at your background. We should have been able to deduce.
Yeah, I've been twice. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, you've been more than me, actually. I've only been once, but it was amazing. I loved it. I really loved it.
When people say the city never sleeps, it doesn't.
Never. And I love that. You can do anything at any time. No asking, no arranging. Just go and you'll find a place that's open for you.
Yeah, but when you're not reacting to Eurovision or watching Eurovision or national finals, what does a day in the life of Jordan look like?
Well, work mostly. No, I work a lot. Too much, but work. And then I usually try to have my hobbies in the evening. So twice a week, I do adult ballet classes. Once a week, I'm part of a choral ensemble. So I sing in a choir. So I try to put my hobbies at kind of the end of the day. So it's usually work, go home, chill for a few minutes, and then go to my evening activity. And then the weekends are for the partying.
Oh, yeah. Are you
That's right.
are you more of like a party at home type of person, or do you like going to clubs?
No, I'm at the club. I'm tearing down the club. I have, a studio apartment. There's not much room to be partying in here, so we're going to the club. I just closed down my favorite club in Kansas City.
Oh,
They closed down the Fountain House. It was this three-story LGBT club, and
nice.
they closed it down. I'm so upset
Wow.
because they ran out of money. They
Oh
ran out of money. So sad. I
oh
love that place.
gosh.
RIP. RIP Fountain House.
That's so sad because like now with what's she called? Ariana Grande's Yes and I'm sure they could charge all of the tickets to go up and people would go just to listen to that song.
That's right. Not anymore, though. Never again.
It never got to that stage.
No, unfortunately not. It's really a sad state of affairs.
How did you get into the contest?
Yeah, so I wish I had like a glamorous story, but it's actually quite random. It was
Okay.
my senior year of college, which was like 2017. It was fall of 2017. And I'm just scrolling on YouTube. And remember back in those days, like the Fine Brothers reaction channel was really big, where they did like adults react and kids react and teens react.
Yes.
Yeah. So each year they did like an adults react to Eurovision. And I just happened to get recommended that for Eurovision 2017. And I
Oh,
just clicked it.
yeah.
And that was my intro. But see, I took that and I was like, I need more. And so that's when I really
Dive.
wanted to learn more about it, started diving in, and then it just kind of took off from there.
Ooh, so have you watched it since 2017 then, like every year religiously?
Religiously. So 2018 was the first year that I watched the contest in its entirety. Still
Ooh.
wasn't sure about the national selection things until the next year, 2019. But ever since 2018, I've been watching it live each and every year. Absolutely.
Uh, what would your favorite year been then since you've been watching it?
I mean, I do have a fondness for 2018 just because since they didn't have all of the LED screens, the
Oh,
stagings were so much more, well, some of them were so much more well developed, well thought out. Some of them were not. And we
no.
can admit that. But at least they had to try something because it's like you can't just have no LEDs and no staging. Like they had to try something. So I just appreciated that it felt so different visually from the other years.
If an artist could come back to Eurovision who may have been flopped in the final and deserved better, or they were robbed in the semis and didn't qualify, who is there do you think like should come back and get their like redemption?
I have an answer already. It's Tijana Bogacevic from Serbia 2017 in
Ooh!
Too Deep. I am a stan. She may be my favorite artist to come out of Eurovision that I still listen to outside of Eurovision. Both of her albums since then, Chudo and Blizu, I listen to each and every track nonstop. There's no skip. I love her. I love her voice. So I would love to see her come back one day and actually make it to the final. uh,
Would you want her with a similar style song or something different?
I mean, I love the song, so I would want a similar style, but clearly that didn't work out. So, but honestly, I'm selfish, so I'm like, I would want a similar style because I would love it, whether or not it qualified. So, it's hard, but maybe she could go for like a power ballad because she has such a strong voice. She could lean more into the power ballad thing, and maybe that would resonate with people more. I don't know, but I need my sister to come back. Come back, Tiana, come back.
Yeah, next year, maybe. Who knows?
That's right. Oh my God. So
But
yes, that's my answer.
right, that's interesting. I like that because the only other person I think has been mentioned is Andromache for Cyprus.
And that's a great answer too. I would agree with whoever said that as well.
The great ones, yeah. Okay, now as you said, you like national finals since 2019. So let's say next year, all countries, if they've had a national final in the past,
Uh-huh.
they have to select someone who's competed in the national final but has never gone to Eurovision. What country and what person would you want?
I have an answer for this too. I do. I do. It's Sweden, and the answer is Clara Hammerstrom.
Yes!
She is my freaking favorite Melfest artist that has never gone to Eurovision. Every single time she sends a song, it's a bop and a banger, and I listen to them on replay even today. Like Beat of Broken Hearts, like Nobody, Run to the Hill. It's just like bop after bop after bop, and she always kills it live, always with the vocals.
Hmm.
So, mm, she needs to go one day. Sweden. She needs to go one day.
100%. But she has competed 3 times. So what's your favorite entry out of her?
Oh, shoot. I think there's something about Beat of Broken Hearts. I liked when was that? What year was that? 21, 22, 19?
It was 21. Yeah, because she was
I
in one
think so.
22. Yeah, 2021.
Okay. Yeah, I like the 2021 kind of armor look that she had going on. And I think it it was kind of like, okay, but it was a yeah, I liked it. And it just showcased her vocal in such a clear, obvious way. Like there's no way you can hide a vocal in a song like that when you're just standing on the stage by yourself. So that I think has to be my favorite.
Yeah, there's something special about that. Like, I can't tell you what's special, but there is something
See,
special.
there's something, right. It's something intangible, ineffable. You can't put your finger on it, but like it's there. And the
Yeah,
boots, she had the boots. They were the thigh-high boots. And I like the boots.
Clara is like this is in a good way. But when she does Melfast, I feel like she takes like a very drag queen approach. You know, her outfit's big, her hair is big, you know, but that's a good thing. Like she goes
It
full
is
on.
a good thing. No, that's the thing. You got to commit to it. You got to stand out. I mean, no one wants to see just like a generic pop song. Like, make it a spectacle. And she makes it a spectacle. And she's not been paid her just dues, but hopefully she will be in the very near future because she is my Swedish queen.
And obviously you are in America, so it's probably harder. But have you managed to go to Eurovision before?
No, it's kind of a tragic story. I had literally booked a flight and a hotel to go to Eurovision 2020. And then 2020 happened, and my ignorant self booked the non-refundable rates.
No.
So financially, I have never recovered. I'm out like $1,500 from that year. Like, is that not crazy? I was so stupid, George. Why would you do that?
You wouldn't do it again, though. You've learned a lesson.
Never, never. I will pay the extra $50 so I can refund it if something happens. So the lessons we learn as we go through our lives.
Well, you could have never predicted Miss Corona. Like that was she would never.
None of us could. That was crazy.
Oh, it's okay. Drink the wine. Drink it.
Just filling it up.
What's our sponsor for this video?
Corbet Canyon, Pinot Grigio, boxed wine, committed to crafting fresh, award-winning premium wines.
Unfortunately, you
I'm
had
good at that.
yeah, you were. You had to take it. The next video, they'll see this and give you it for free.
And they'll give me that's right. Send me a lifetime supply, girl. So
Well, when did you start your YouTube channel?
So officially, I started it in the 2020 season. Unofficially, I gave it a shot at the end of 2019. And it was when I was in New York, actually, because I
Ooh,
was in New York in May. And so I was like, I'm gonna do a little YouTube video like I see the other people doing. And so I was like, so I did a little like, I don't know if I think I reacted to some of the results, but like it wasn't like I didn't even put the video in, so it was just my face.
okay.
It was not well done, but that's when I first got the idea. And then for 2020, I was like, okay, I actually want to give it a try. So during the 2020 season, that's when I really started reacting to national selections, then the selected performances, and then of course COVID happened, and then I just went. That was kind of my time to shine, though, because
Oh,
if you ask anybody who was watching my channel back then, all I was doing was finishing a master's degree, drinking wine and reacting to videos. I was reacting like 3 videos a night because I went back to 2006 and reacted to pretty much every entry from 2006 to 2015. So I filled my time. And that's kind of when I started, building a little bit of traction because I was like, what else am I going to do? And everyone was like, what are we going to do? So we did nothing together.
oh, that's really actually that's a good point. You know, starting in obviously a pandemic, like that's the best way to do it properly.
Yeah, I mean that's all I had. I had nothing else. I was sitting at home all day on this very same couch, but just I was in North Carolina at that point. I lived in North Carolina, but very same couch. This couch has been through a lot with me. So yeah, that's all I did, and I reacted and drank wine through I'd say 9 months of the year.
But what would you say those like 6 months being on your own? Like, what's that taught you now, like about yourself?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it taught me that regardless of how lonely or how isolated I feel, that I can get through it, and that it really is helpful to make use of the technologies that we have today in order to help. It'll never be a full proxy for, person to person contact, but in that time, I really looked forward each and every day to the interactions I could have with the people commenting on the videos, the people checking out the videos. And I really had fun with it. So even if I was feeling lonely or isolated, I knew there was some outlet that wouldn't have been available, 30 years ago, or even 20 years ago, or even really 15 years ago, right? So that's really what that taught me in the moment.
And that's the thing, it's very recent, like technology. Like, yes, people say, oh, technology, the older people, but like it allows you to meet people across the world who shares like similar passions to you.
Exactly, exactly. Luke, how old are you? Are we similar in age?
I'm
I'm
22.
probably older than you. I'm older than you.
Oh,
But I mean, as an elder, we grew up in a time where technology was not as available. I mean, I didn't have a computer in my home till I was like 12 years old. And so, it really does kind of help you see the before of technology and the after and how it can be so useful because we have this access that we didn't have before.
yeah, no, 100%. So with YouTube, obviously there comes sometimes with backlash. Just the Eurovision fandom, no matter if you've got 2 subscribers or how many subscribers, people
Oh,
like
they'll
to.
find you.
Yeah, they
If you
find.
say something, they'll find you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How have you dealt with like maybe criticism or comments or stuff like that?
It kind of depends if I think it's valid criticism or if I think they're just being assholes.
Hmm.
If they're assholes, I'm a blocker. I'm a blocker.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, we live half a world away. We cannot have a conversation in real life. So get lippy and I'm gonna block you. That's it. But but if it's valid criticism, I do my best to receive it well. The good thing is if it's a comment, I don't have to respond right away. So I
No.
can actually have time to kind of simmer down from my initial reaction, digest it, and then come back. Or I don't have to respond at all, truthfully. But I do appreciate that. If it was on like a live video and I had to like do it right then and there, that'd be different. But, the benefit of YouTube comments is like you can decide what you do with it and when you do with it. So it's hard, but you also have to remember like the Eurovision world is a specific designated kind of subculture, but it's not making or breaking anybody in terms of life beyond Eurovision, So you can't let it totally consume you if somebody doesn't like what you think. You really have to put it back in perspective and say, is this making a difference in how I move through the world on a daily basis? No. So take it, compartmentalize it, put it to the side, move the hell on.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you're not going to see these people in
Right.
real life. No.
And if you do, they're not going to say what they said in their comment to you in real life.
If they
And
did,
so it's just,
yeah.
if they did, that's a different story. It could be on and popping, but right. Pop. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. We don't promote that here, but you know what I'm saying. It's just like, it's so much easier to be bold in a comment section than it is in real life. So just take it in stride. It's hard to do. I mean, it's hard for me to do, but I really just remind myself, take it in stride, move the hell on.
You are part of a little thing called Eurovision Tea. Um,
That's right.
how did you get involved with this?
Yeah. So, this was kind of the baby of Amr,
Yeah.
like you found out in your first episode. And so, back a couple of years ago, I think it was like 2 years ago now, it originally started. Amr brought in Shane, and then Amr and Shane brought in myself and Vince first. So it was kind of a four-person operation that first year. They just reached out, said, "Hey, we want to try this thing where we have a little bit of a collective. We chat, we react, we explore the Eurovision world together." And then from there, the next year, it just grew. They brought in the other core members that you see now in the videos. And it's just turned into this big collective where, we don't all have to be in every video, but we have these core people that, can come in whenever possible, that have kind of a core, not fan base, I don't want to over aggrandize, but but have a core kind of following as Eurovision T, in addition to the followings that we have separately, that we can rely on and interact with and just have fun with as we explore the Eurovision world. It's so much different exploring these topics with a group than it is doing it on your own in a reaction video. It really gives you food for thought that you can't get just doing it by yourself on camera. So it's fun. It's so interesting.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, you're on your own when you react, just you and your laptop, camera, whatever. So it does get,
Exactly.
you know, a bit the same old same, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
But with a group of people, you can talk to them, and it's nice. Like, if you ever go to Eurovision and you see these people in person and meet them, it's like, oh, you feel like you know them so well.
Totally. That's the thing. And that's my goal. I really want to. So I'm saving up. I'm trying to plan time off work. I would love to one year. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, but whenever, I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody in person.
I think that's the best thing with Eurovision.
Yes. Absolutely.
I have a little
Yeah.
game for you.
Okay, I like games. I don't like games, but I like games today for you.
Yay, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few questions, and you have to answer it with someone from Eurovision T. My first little question: out of the Eurovision team members, who's the most likely to have a breakdown over their favorites not qualifying?
That is a good question. Am I allowed to answer myself? No, just kidding. I'm not kidding, though. It would be myself. But besides myself, I would say, God, I don't know. They're also fucking even keeled. Sometimes I'm like, get angry, because I get angry. But I want to say Amr.
Okay.
I do. I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be my answer. I'm sticking to it.
Yes, Emma. Okay. The next one, if you were all on like a reality TV show, like Big Brother or something
Oh,
like
that's
that,
a good one.
who,
Uh-huh.
who do you think would win?
Mm. I think Shane would win. Shane is so likable. He is so enjoyable, no matter who you are. I think Shane would just be, like on Survivor. Have you ever seen Survivor?
Is that when they're on like an island?
Yes.
Yeah, the UK's just had their first season like a few months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So Shane would be the one who is just playing that social game and comes out on top because he just is so, again, so adaptable, so enjoyable. No matter who you are, you want to chat with him, you want to get to know him. So I think Shane would win.
Oh, that's nice. Now the next one, if you were all like head of delegation for a country at Eurovision, who do you
Mm.
think would do the best job?
Oh, shit. That's a good question. This might be boring, but can I answer somebody I already said?
Yeah,
I think Amr would do a good job because he has that business mind. He's super analytical,
true.
and I think he's meticulous in how he breaks things down and plans. So I think, do you hear that now? The
No,
train?
no, no.
Oh my God. Maybe I have a really good microphone and I didn't even realize it. But
Really?
yeah, I would select, I think he would, I'm like, wow, cool, noise cancellation for days. Um, but no, I do think he would do a really good job just in terms of actually looking at, past data, past songs, extrapolating the information he can about the ones that did well, taking the parts and pieces that he thinks would do well and implementing them in a new and creative way.
Nice. That's a good answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so for real.
Oh. And my last one, okay, right, this is tough.
Okay.
If, let's say, you were all trying to get tickets for Eurovision, um,
Okay.
you were the only person who got two tickets, and you had to give
Oh no.
to one of the other members, who would it be?
Oh no. Okay. Everyone, I love you so much with all of my heart. But I'm gonna say I would give them to Laura because I feel like she would go to the club with me and we would tear it down together. That's, for purely that reason alone. Laura, you're coming to Eurovision with me, sister. You're coming, girlfriend. But we will find a way. We will get all of us there, or we'll meet you outside after the show, everybody else.
Imagine them just like in like a little group huddle, waiting
Right. And then we just come out and it's like, okay, let's go.
for glasses of wine, you and Laura.
That's right. Those were good questions.
You, yeah. I am gonna say a country, and you're gonna
Yes.
tell me your favorite entry by them. However,
Oh my God, I love this.
however,
Okay. Oh shit.
it isn't Who the Hell Is without some shade. So I want you to tell me
Okay.
your least favorite entry by that country as well.
Okay, I can do this.
So,
I can do this.
yeah.
I'll take the flack.
Okay, okay. So country is Armenia.
So I would say my favorite Armenian entry is probably it's hard because there are a lot that I like, but I would say Fly With Me. I really like the contemporary ethnic vibe of the song. I really liked the armography that was going on. I really appreciated just the attitude and the vibe that we got from the song. Of course, my least favorite Armenian entry is probably a lot of people's. It's Boom Boom.
Oh,
I don't even hate it. I don't even hate it. Like I actually kind of listen to it sometimes and jive with it. But in terms of the rest of the entries, like clearly that one is a little bit lower of tier than the rest. So that would be my least.
okay, so you prefer that than Armenia 2018, Cammy?
Boom, boom, shaka, shaka.
Iconic.
I do like Kami, but like Kami was not my favorite either. But I do think Kami has a little bit more artistic merit, clearly, than Boom Boom did.
Um, okay, right. Interesting. So now a very tough country because in my opinion they bring
Okay,
each and every year.
give
This
it to me. I'll tell you if I agree.
this year's host country, Sweden.
They don't bring quality every year.
Oh,
Not every year. Most years, not every year, sister. Okay, so I would say my favorite Swedish entry, and I'm gonna, divert from the popular here. I'm not gonna say Loreen because like I love Loreen, but like I there's a song I listen to even more, and that's gonna be Undo by Sana Nielsen. 2014. That has the grandeur of like a Loreen song, but it's just a power ballad. I don't know. There's something to it that I just love. I resonate with. My least favorite is gonna be what year was it? It was 20. Mm, it was the second of Sweden's male male artists were not sending a women's streak. It was 2016. If I Were Sorry. Here's the thing, like it's a pleasant listen. There's nothing like grotesque about it, but it's just like in terms of Eurovision entry quality, it's like we could have done better than this. We could have been more competitive than this. This seems like a super passive song. It seems like he's just even when he's singing the song, it seems like he doesn't even care. So it's like, why should I care? So I mean, the song called If I Were Sorry, but like I'm not. So that's probably my least favorite because he doesn't care. I don't care.
Oh,
That's a
well,
good one though. That was a
yeah,
good one.
yeah, fair enough. Now, Italy.
Oh shit. Okay, so my favorite Italian entry, I love Soldi. I love Soldi, but I have another that's like right up there with it, and it's La Micità from 2014.
Okay.
Emma, I
Yeah.
love that song. I don't know what about it, but I love that song. I freaking love that song. Now my least favorite is their 2020 entry. And it Fai Rumore, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like actively dislike it, but like a little bit, I do. I just don't like the timbre of his voice. It's a
That,
little
bit much, yeah.
so yeah, it's a bit like shrill. So I don't love the song. I don't love the flow of the song. Don't love the timbre of his voice. I respect that people do like it, but it ain't for me. So that was a good one. God, you're picking the hard countries.
Well, for your sake, I hope he doesn't represent Italy this year.
Is he back?
Yeah, yeah.
Is
Or
Emma back? I thought Emma was back again.
he is. I'm pretty sure she is.
Okay, she needs to win. I like her. She's my favorite. I love her voice. It's
My,
husky.
my mood's back too.
Okay, and you know, when he came back the first, well, the second time, wasn't as great. So I hope he comes back with something a little bit stronger,
Yeah, we'll
but
see.
we shall see.
Okay, our next country. We're going somewhere hot, like very hot.
Oh,
Greece.
Morocco. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, Moroccan oil.
That's Moroccan oil. So I would say my favorite Greek entry has to be 2012's Aphrodisiac. I know that's your favorite entry too, or one of them. So I really love that song. It's stuck with me ever since I heard it. But shout out, I have to give a shout out to a couple of entries that didn't qualify from Greece that I think were really good. 2016 with Utopian Land. I don't know why, but I love this song. I love it. I really enjoy this song. I still listen to it. And then 2018, I know the staging was kind of bad, but I saw the vision, and I think I'm in love with the vision that I saw. The song itself is good, and I know it flopped staging wise, but if they could have done a great staging, like I could have seen this being like super Greek, and I love it. My least favorite Greek entry is probably going to be 2017 Demi with This Is Love. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because I know Demi's music outside of Eurovision, and she has much better songs than this. My favorite song from Demi is I think it's called Stakokina,
Okay.
and she did it on one of the kind of mad what is it, the mad fashion show walk things?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta look it up. But that song is so much better than this one. This one feels just a little generic to me. But that song, oh my God, if she went to Eurovision with that song, like, come on, sister. Like, I know she has so many better songs than that. So that's why that's kind of my least favorite, because I know it doesn't live up to the artist that is Demi.
You know what? That's a valid reason. Like you've got a reason with that.
Yes, exactly. I always have a justification to give me a backdoor out of the decision I make.
And our last country is Finland.
Ooh, Finland. Okay, because they've been really kind of on a killing streak these last few
Oh,
years.
yeah.
So let me think. For Finland, my favorite entry is probably going to be their 20. Actually, why is 2014 sticking out to me so much? Actually, when I think about this, I really like their 2014 entry, Something Better by Soft Engine. And I like Soft Engine as a group. I bought their album, I listened to their whole album, but I really like what they bring. I also love some of their other earlier entries in Finnish, but something about Something Better just really sticks out to me. And it's a song that I enjoy listening to. It brings me fun, it brings me joy when I hear it. I would say my least favorite entry is just the next year, their
Okay.
2015 entry. It's when they had that collective. And here's the thing, it's hard to like dislike an entry that has a good cause behind it. But realistically, musically, this is not a song that I listen to. It's a song that I skip over. But I very much appreciate and respect the cause behind the song. So it's, difficult, but musically, it is my least favorite Finnish entry.
Okay, respectfully. And like
But it
as
was hard to choose.
Finland's
I like looking at the list of their entries. I've really liked most, if not, well, I was going to say, if not all of them, clearly not all, because I just said one I didn't like as much. But most of their entries, the vast majority, I've really liked.
yeah, no, it's a very strong country, I'd say Finland. And
Do you
I
have a winner for this year?
for Eurovision now, Malta.
No, I mean UMK. UMK winner. Do you have a UMK winner?
Moving on. Yes, UMK. Oh my God, who is my first? I think it's controversial. I think it's Jessie Glow.
Listen, I respect that. I respect that. That song has merit and quality. I agree with you. That is a really quality song.
But
It's not my first place, but I love it.
who's your first?
Right now, my first is Asara Sipola with Paskana.
My third.
That's my first. Uh-huh. That's my favorite. Something about it is just so contemporary and it would be so fresh for Finland to send. Like, other countries have maybe sent something in this realm, but Finland has not sent something in this realm recently, if ever. And so I would love this for Finland. I mean, it's in Finnish, it has the energy. I would love to see something like this win.
Me too, because the thing is, it's a ballad, but it's got a like a beat to it. And the chorus,
Yeah.
it's catchy. Like it's actually a very catchy chorus.
Listen, who knows if it's going to come out, but I may or may not be working on a little cover of this song. I
Nice.
may or may not be working on a cover of this song right now.
Love
So hopefully it'll
that.
come out before the selection ends, but we'll see. But I love this song.
No, it's perfect. Like I think UMK this year, again, another great national final
Top
for them.
notch. Top
Yes.
notch.
Oh, hey. Right. So, Jordan, our last question, which is sad because we've had a great time.
So much fun. I'm sad it's ending.
Oh, but this isn't from me. This is from my previous guest, which was Chris Calling. And his question
Okay.
for you is if you had to choose a Eurovision song to be your first dance at a wedding, what would it be?
Oh shit. That's a good question. If there was any, Eurovision song that I would want as my wedding song, it
Yes.
will probably be, it's called Neka Minesvane.
Oh,
It's, I think, Croatian from like the 90s.
nice.
Let me, let me exactly, Daniela Martinovic.
Okay.
It's from the 90s. Yeah, I think you would know it if you heard it. And I
Okay.
probably misemphasize the syllables. It's probably,
Oh,
you know, a different cadence in terms of how you say it,
yeah.
but it's like nekamines ane, nekmenema, nekmene. Like I love that song and it's so beautiful. It seems so personal. It seems so real, so raw. And I have always loved that song since I've heard it. the first time. And so I think I would love that to be a wedding song. It's hard when you don't speak the language because it's like maybe this is not wedding song material. Maybe they're talking about something that like should not be talked about at a wedding, but I feel like this could be a wedding song. So I would like this to be my wedding song.
I love that. But we can't let you go without you asking a question for my next guest.
Okay, that's right. My question for your next guest is going to be, who do you think out of any Eurovision year should not have qualified to the final, and whose place do you think they stole by qualifying?
Oh, yes. Um, how did you phrase it? Whose spot they took?
Whose spot did they steal by qualifying?
Okay. That is a great question.
I know. I was like, I know you ask a question at the end for the next person, and I was like, I got one. I got one.
Um, but right, Jordan, thank you so much for being a guest. Much
Of
appreciated.
course. I
Um,
had so much fun. This was a great time.
but where can they find you if they want to, follow you on social media and all of that jazz?
Yeah, I mean, YouTube, it's just Jordan Davis Eurovision. If you want to get personal and follow me on Instagram, it's Marshawn95. It's my middle name and the year I was born. Jordan Marshawn Davis, 1995, Marshawn95.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for watching and make sure you tune in for my next video. Bye.
Bye.